and welcome back to another episode of Jake Wild. We are so close, guys. We are so close to the end. We are so close. Stick with me. We can do it. Yes. Let's go. All right. Let's dive into it. We both get ready in silence, but there's no awkwardness to it. After we check out, we pick up a quick breakfast and wait for the train. Soon it arrives, and we can go on. Valerie leans her head on my shoulder. We spend the entire ride enjoying the comfort of each other's company. Once we get to my bike, I drop her off at Ace.
I couldn't have asked for a better way to end the week.
That's nice, Valerie. Me neither.
I'll see you soon, mon amour.
Alright. I really gotta look up what these translations are in French. She kisses me one last time before heading back towards her dorm. After I watch her go, I drive back home. I feel like this is the last time I'm gonna see Valerie. I don't know why. I just got this feeling. It's late by the time I reach home. As soon as I do, I head straight for my room and collapse onto my bed. I couldn't have asked for a better day yesterday, but there's something comforting about coming back to my own bed. As my eyelids begin to droop, my phone rings, jolting me back awake. There's no rest for me. It's a call from Nikki. Yeah. Just let that ring for a little bit. Of course I answer. Hello?
Thank God you're home.
Oh God, that doesn't sound good. She speaks quickly and seems almost out of breath.
Can you pick me up from the bookstore?
Are you okay? Nikki, what? Her voice is garbled and I can hardly make out what she's saying. What? She pauses and there's a movement on the phone before she speaks again.
Please, can you get me?
Where are you?
At the bookstore.
Her voice is clear, but she sounds scared. Be there a minute. What's wrong with the bus? Hold on, Nikki! I fucking hate you, but you're still my sister. Something doesn't seem right. Alright, I'll be there in a few minutes. Nikki sighs in relief.
Thanks.
We hang up the phone and I hurry back to my bike. Nikki would tell me if she were in danger, right? Wouldn't she? I try not to dwell on the thought, but pick up speed anyway. Luckily, traffic is on my side and I arrive a few minutes earlier than anticipated. Nikki waits for me beneath a street lamp a few feet away from the bus stop. I can make out Ken's dark map of... Okay. Something's going on. I can make out Ken's dark mope of hair beside her. It's a little strange that she's not under the bus awning. And what's Ken doing there? I know best, Nikki. Nikki straightens up as I slow down. Flecks of blood stains on her clothes and dark bruises mark her skin. Ken steps into light to greet me, and I wince when I see him. What the hell happened? What? Hold on! Holy shit! What the fuck did I just read? Hold on. Nikki straightens up as I slow down. Flecks of blood stains in her clothes and dark bruises mark her skin. Ken steps into the light to greet me, and I wince when I see him. His left eye and cheek is puffy and starting to turn purple. Blood drips down his face from a cut at his temple. He must have tried to clean it because his forehead is smeared with streaks of red. What the hell happened here? I park my bike and rush over to them. Come on! Give me some blood marks and bruises on her face. Nikki throws her arms around me and hugs me tightly.
So glad you're here.
Oh my God! Nikki! Are you okay? I'm a little concerned now.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're bleeding.
No, the blood's not mine.
Holy shit! What the fuck? Oh my god! Is it Ken's?
No.
You look like hell. He tries to smile, then dabs at his swollen lip. His finger, now stained with fresh blood, he holds himself stifling and leans on the lamppost for support.
He saved me from those guys.
What guys?
I don't know. There was a group of them. 3, I think, waiting for the bus. And when they showed up, they started saying all these things about me. They were being so gross and creepy, but I tried to ignore them because I figured the bus would be there soon and it wouldn't matter. And then one of the guys tried to put his arm around me. I freaked out. I guess I pushed him and he got really angry. And then the other guy grabbed me and...
Sounds to me like, Nikki, you were about to be raped. You need a whistle. Or a Ken. My blood runs cold. He what? Did he hit you? Are you hurt?
No,
Nikki's voice trembles and her eyes glitter with tears. I'm about to pull her back into a hug when Ken slips his hand into hers and squeezes.
Ken intervened before anything could have happened.
She glances at Ken, smiling broadly.
He came barreling out of the bookstore, screaming at that guy to let me go. And then he punched him right in the face.
Good for you, Ken. Good for you.
The guy was super angry, and he and his friends ganged up on him.
How'd you get your bruises then? She frowns.
I tried to stop them from ganging up on Ken.
You what? You were thinking joining the fight? You could have been seriously injured. When a friend's in need, nothing is at too great of a cost. Nikki sets her jaw.
There was no way I was going to let Ken fight them alone. Especially not when this fight only happened because of me.
I'm too stunned by her outburst to reply. Of course, I'm not pleased that she put herself in danger.
But
Actually, I'm slightly pleased.
Didn't
Oh,
really
skip
need
that.
to help.
I am happy that Ken helped Nikki and that Nikki knew to help Ken. I'm proud of them. But I didn't really need to help. I raised an eyebrow.
Ken beat 2 of them up by himself. The 3rd one had to help them up so they could escape.
What? I look skeptically at Ken. I want to say he's scrawny, but he's no muscle man either. Ken shifts nervously. I still make him uncomfortable.
I have some experience with martial arts.
What do you mean, some experience? You're a 2nd dan black belt.
Ah. He's what? I certainly wasn't expecting that. You threw yourself in harm's way to protect Nikki?
Of course.
Ken maintains eye contact and answers with conviction. Nikki blushes.
Anyway, I told Ken he should go back inside, but he refused.
It's not safe for her to wait alone.
I take another look at Ken. Respect. No way he fought with those guys alone. I'm gonna say, yeah, that man, what a good guy. There's a fire in his eyes I've never noticed before. When he looks at Nikki, he isn't that timid kid trembling in his boots. He looks like someone who's willing to move mountains. I'm in his eye and nod. Thanks for being there for her. He blinks in surprise but nods back.
I only did what anyone would have done.
It's not true. Anyone wouldn't have done that.
Don't be so modest. You were amazing out there.
Ken shrugs awkwardly, then winces in pain. Are you sure you're okay, though? Maybe we should take you to the hospital. He shakes his head.
I'm fine. Nothing's broken.
I look him over. I don't know about that.
I told him we should call an ambulance, but he refused.
I promise I'm okay. I'm sorry for causing you such trouble.
This is one of those rare times I wish my bike could fit more people. Do you at least have a ride home?
He let me call his brother to come pick him up.
We'll wait here with you until he arrives.
I appreciate the thought, but I would feel more at ease if you took Nikki home.
I insist. I offer to walk him back to his bookstore. I insist. Nikki shakes her head.
What if they come back?
I know my brother will be here in a few minutes.
I can't afford to wait a few minutes.
Me too.
I glance at the timidly lit bookstore. Is the bookstore still open? Maybe we can wait inside there.
They're probably in the middle of closing.
I'm sure your coworkers will let you back in. They're probably wondering what happened to you anyway.
You work there? Ken nods. Let's definitely get you back inside. Realizing he's fighting a losing battle, Ken agrees. Damn right! Damn, this is a long, sad sequence.
Okay.
Nicky and I go out to support him, but he manages to walk by himself. As we head into the bookstore, his coworkers rush out to help, each asking questions about what happened. And Nicky and I sit with Ken as we wait for his brother to arrive. Nicky fusses over Ken, and he lets her as I watch the two of them. I pay close attention to Ken. He's calm, respectful, and polite. But most importantly, he makes Nicky smile. I don't care what makes Nicky happy. As long as she's happy. Let Ken know you approve. I'm not convinced. I don't know. That was pretty impressive. I don't know, yeah, I'm pretty impressed. Hey, Ken, can I talk to you for a second? He looks up at me with wide eyes. The very same expression that he wrote the first time I met him.
Sure.
Amused, Ken Yun. Amused, I lead him to a quiet area behind the shelves. I'm trusting you to take care of her. He blinks blankly before his eyes open wide again. As his face goes pink, he bows a perfect 90-degree angle. Ken, I'm from America. We shake fucking hands. I don't bend.
Of course. Thank you for your trust.
You don't have to bow. He returns to an upright position.
Sorry.
Don't apologize.
Sorry.
I glare at him and he shuts up. Shut the fuck up. This is kind of fun. I think I might actually enjoy this turn of events. Yeah. It gives me a whole new, vast range of options. Okay, let's go back. Nicky bombards us with questions as we return.
What was that all about? Why wasn't I invited? Why did Ken bow?
Ah, so you saw these things. Yeah, Ken, why did you bow? I grin deviously at him, daring him to answer. Come on, Ken. Why'd you bow?
Oh, it's because he's,
my
senpai?
No! Wrong answer! Nicky stares at him blankly, then shifts her attention to me.
What did you do?
Nothing at all. Isn't that right, Ken?
Of course.
Nicky pouts, but I can see the trace of a smile. I guess she's glad we're finally getting along. Are we? I feel like I'm using him. A few minutes later, Ken's brother shows up. He convinces Ken to go to the hospital and thanks us for our help. With Ken safe, we head home. Nicky lets out a huge breath when we step into the living room. Her face is unusually serious. She hangs her head and stares at her feet. I just noticed how weird her outfit is. Like, look at it. Just take a look at it. Why is the bow all the way down there? And why is there only one strap? I don't get it.
I'm so sorry.
For what, Nicky? Why?
If I hadn't gone to visit Ken, I wouldn't have lost track of time and stayed out so late. And then I wouldn't have gotten into this mess and made everyone worry.
It's okay, Nicky. It wasn't your fault that you're almost raped. It happens to everybody. Nicky, what happened was, yeah, what I said. She glances up at me.
But if I...
No. None of this is your fault. What happened is the fault of those guys. And if I ever find out who they are, I'm gonna finish what Ken started. Nikki smiles weakly and nods.
I think I'll go take a shower.
Sure. As soon as Nikki goes upstairs, Kyoto pops his head out of the kitchen.
Is Nikki gone?
Yep. He pauses and gives me another look.
Did something happen?
Nikki was almost raped. So, good job, Kyoto. I was back telling Kyoto about the incident. Oh no, I don't see a problem with it. It's like, what are you gonna do? But I don't want him to needlessly worry. I guess that's true. He looks like he has something else on his mind. It's fine. What's up?
I heard back from the PI.
Oh boy. What'd he say?
Ezra Wilson.
What about him? The drunk driver?
Yeah. What do you really know about him?
He and Dad used to work together at Midori Energy. They were on every project together, and he used to come to the house all the time while we were growing up. I thought he and Dad were friends. My voice trails off. His blood alcohol was far over the legal limit. It's not like the cops could ask him about it due to his coma, nor was there any evidence which indicated this was more than a cut and dry drunk driving accident. There was no incentive to investigate further, so that was all that was listed in the report.
Well, it turns out Ezra was stalking your father.
This is not good, guys. This is not good at all. Someone wanted him dead. I frown. This doesn't make sense. They saw each other every day at work. Why?
The PI read about a huge fire at Midori Energy the week before your parents' accident. He spoke to a few people and found out that the fire destroyed important documents which contained all the research for Midori's latest project.
I rack my brain. I think I remember hearing something about that fire.
The documents which were destroyed was your father's and Ezra's research.
Dad's research. I tried to recall Dad right before the accident. He seemed a little bit more worried than usual, but otherwise didn't give any indication that something was amiss. Shouldn't he have been devastated by something like losing your research? Was he trying to protect me, or was something else going on?
Ezra didn't take the loss well. Right after the fire, Ezra accused your father of purposely sabotaging him by setting their research on fire.
Dad wouldn't do that. It was his research too.
Right. It didn't make sense. Nobody believed him and they chalked up his breakdown to stress. But he wouldn't let it go. He accosted your father many times at work demanding answers. It got so bad that he was assigned a leave of absence by the company. On the day of the accident, your parents had lunch at a cafe.
Nikki called them asking for a rider. Yeah, I remember.
The PI asked the wait staff if they remembered seeing your parents there, and they did. Ezra too.
Oh boy. He was there?
Yeah, he'd followed them there and was already clearly intoxicated. He demanded that they pay him all the money he would have made upon completion of the project.
He said your father owed him.
Obviously, your father refused and continually maintained his innocence. Ezra became so disruptive, the manager had to forcibly remove him from the cafe.
Your parents seemed shaken, but tried to finish their meal as if nothing happened. He killed them. A drunken vendetta is still a vendetta.
That's when they received the call from Nikki.
And I guess Ezra tried to tail them, but ended up running them off the road. Kyoto nods, looking more grim than ever. Something doesn't add up. What research is important enough to kill over? And if Ezra was so driven to madness after losing his life's work, what was Dad barely affected? Then there's the convenient timing of Akira's copycat core. How much time has passed since the accident? Since the fire? Enough for the company to piece together just enough of the research to turn a profit. Uncle Kyoto. He looks at me. I think the research that killed Dad has to do with my core. He hesitates, then nods slowly.
You might be right.
Wasn't there an encrypted piece that Valerie was able to unlock Maybe that can make sense of all this. I need to take another look at it. I need to look at my core. Kyoto doesn't try to stop me.
You do what you need to do.
Just be safe. Thanks, Kyoto. For the second time today, I race to the garage and hop on my bike. Then I drive to Ace. It's all adding up, guys. The campus feels even more empty than usual. Even though it's after hours, I have no trouble swiping into the hangar. All is quiet, except for the sound of my footsteps. I cannot get to Eco fast enough. As soon as I do, I plop down at the terminal and boot up the computer. I follow the instruction Valerie left for me, and I'm greeted the password promptly screen, and she showed me earlier. She said there was a hint here. Let's see what it says. The screen is a scrambled mess of words with no rhyme or reason to them. I read through a couple of times, making sure my eyes don't skip any words. Most of these words don't mean nothing to me, but a select few stand out. Cricket, Moo, Sir, Hopsalot. Those are childhood nicknames Dad gave me. Each one of them has a story, but none of them were very long-lived. The ultimate nickname that stuck with me for the embarrassing long time was Meatball. Because when I was born, my cheeks were big and round like meatballs. Dad's favorite story to tell was the time I started school. The teacher called McFluggenderfunkin for a roll call, and I stayed silent, so she marked me absent. After she'd gone through the list of names, I said she didn't call mine. She asked if my name was McFluggenderfunkin, and I responded with, no, my name is Neatball. That's fucking great. I'd be called Meatball at home for so long that I didn't even know it was my real name. That must be the answer. I apprehensively type Meatball into the password prompt. My finger hovers over the enter key before pressing it. The prompt disappears and a video pops up on screen. Oh shit. Alright guys. Get ready for some serious shit. My breath catches in my throat as Dad looks straight into the camera. There are dark circles under his eyes and worried lines around his mouth. His hair sticks up at odd angles, and his clothes are smudged with dirt and oil. He notices the recording light is on and tries to fix himself up before giving me a weak smile.
The fact that you are watching this now means something must have gone wrong.
I just got very depressed. Oh my god, this is really sad. He sighs and his voice grows thick.
I'm sorry.
I try to swallow the lump in my throat. Ignore the sting and tears in my eyes. This isn't the Dad I remember. The Dad I remember had a booming laugh which took up the room. He was sure of himself and never had regrets.
By putting this technology in Eagle, I have potentially endangered you. But I don't know where else I can keep it safe. Midori Energy doesn't fully understand the scope of this research. They're willing to sell it to anyone without considering the consequences. Companies which would weaponize this technology will cause irreparable damage. They could create energy explosions 13 times the force of a nuclear bomb.
He sets his jaw and lifts his gaze back towards the camera. His eyes are unusually steely and cold.
That's why I caused the fire. I burned all copies of my research to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands.
But Dad runs his hands through his hair, a gesture he would do whenever he was stressed or worried.
It's hard to completely destroy 20 years of research. Especially when this technology could bring so much good.
And that's what nuclear energy did. I become death, the destroyer of worlds. And yet energy prevails to enhance humanity.
The possibilities would have been endless. This new format of energy may function similarly to existing methods, but the fundamental principles are vastly different and have far wider scalability implications.
A shadow of his old self returns while he talks, and I catch a glimpse of his genuine smile. Dad was always a bit of a dreamer. Then his face becomes grim.
And that is why this core is sitting in Eagle now.
His piercing gaze stares straight into my soul.
I'm sorry for getting you involved. I'm sorry I couldn't follow through with what I started. But most of all, I'm sorry I wasn't able to tell you this in person.
His eyes look glossy and glitter too much beneath the light.
I probably don't say this enough, but I'm so proud of who you've grown up to be. I know, if you're watching this, that I've put a heavy burden on your shoulders, but I trust you will make the right decision. My only hope is that you can find it in your heart to forgive me.
Dad glances behind him. Something must have spooked him because when he faces the camera again, he smiles feebly, and his voice is quiet.
Take care of your sister. Goodbye, son.
The video cuts abruptly. At first, I'm too stunned to move. I am! Oh my god. It might be the fact because I'm playing this game, but that was really emotional. Wow. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but damn. At first, I'm too stunned to move. The image of Dad is seared into my eyes. He was the same, yet so unfamiliar. As his face slowly fades away, I'm surprised to feel wetness on my cheeks. He knew. He knew exactly what he was doing when he hid this technology inside of Eagle. And now I understand why I wasn't allowed to help program the core. I understand why Dad seems almost obsessive about completing Eagle. It also makes sense why I never noticed a difference between the core and another core. Dad never matured the technology. But he must have set up the overdrive configuration probably not long before he set the overdrive to only happen once, so I'd begin to search for answers. His last words ring in my mind. Goodbye, son. He knew the implications of the research and entrusted it all to me through the gear we built together. I glance over at Eagle, partially obscured by shadows. The darkened blue no longer seems warm and inviting like the salty spray of the ocean, but feels dangerous and cold like a winter sky. It really does. You notice that? It's like the whole mood changed. I try to bring up the video once more so I can hear his voice one more time. See his face, even though it's not this one I want to remember, but I can't. It was a one-time initiation. As I try to process the situation, I don't know what to feel. I recall Dad's hollow cheeks and the shadow of pain in his eyes. Of one thing I'm certain. I cannot keep using the core, knowing all this. But what will I do about the research? Destroy it all. I need to keep it protected. Sometimes Dad thought too much about the big picture and forgot about the details. He wanted to create a better future for us and was willing to die to make his dreams a reality. If only he could have seen that future we wanted was one with him in it. I don't want Dad's sacrifice to have been in vain. I want him to achieve his dream. Damn, guys. Holy shit. I climb up the ladder beside Eagle and open the cockpit. Then I key in the sequence, which unlocks the panel protecting my core. Like a beating heart, it gives off a faint pulse of energy. I open the terminal screen in the cockpit and find the source information for my core. After collecting all the schematics and data into the drive, I set an impossible run instance. The low glow continues to brighten more and more. After a zapping noise, it becomes an opaque object. As far as anyone would know, the core is short-circuited. This technology belongs with a company who will utilize it properly. Until I know who that is, I'll keep it safe with me and not bring any more attention to it. After learning all that I have, I can't keep using it. This is serious, guys. This is really serious. I can't keep using it as a leg up against the competition. Eagle will use a regular core from now on. As I stand there, I suddenly feel so tired and so lost. Without thinking, I pull out my phone and dial the first name that comes to mind. Valerie.
Long time no see. Haven't had enough of me yet?
Valerie, can we meet? She pauses. Concern replaces the playfulness in her voice.
Is everything okay?
No. I don't know.
Where are you right now?
At the hangar.
Okay, I'll be right there.
No, wait. Do you think I could maybe go to you?
Okay.
She doesn't even bother with a playful retort. Do I sound that serious? Thanks. I'll be right there. We hang up as if in a daze. I make my way over to Valerie's dorm. She buzzes me in and greets me at her door with a wide smile which turns into a worried smile as soon as she sees me. Without a word, she stands aside and lets me in, then leads me to her bed.
This isn't exactly how I expected your first visit to my room to go.
I see you've picked a similar style to that love hotel. I glance at her roommate's neatly made bed.
She's out with some friends. What a wasted opportunity, huh?
I chuckle weakly.
So, what have you got in your hand?
I show her the drive. Valerie gives me a questioning look. Is the data to my core?
Your core.
Yeah.
Okay. Glad we got that cleared up. What exactly is it doing out of Eagle?
Well, Valerie listens attentively as I explain everything I've learned. Even though my story jumped from one part to the next and back, she let me do most of the talking and hardly ever interrupted me with questions. After I finish, she stares at her desk.
I see.
I know it's a lot to take in at once.
I understand why you did what you did.
Really? She nods.
And I think you did the right thing.
A heavy weight seems to lift off my shoulders. I didn't realize just how much I was worried I'd made the wrong decision until Valerie violated my choice.
But knowing that you weren't going to keep your core, what do you want me to do with the blueprints?
Delete it. It's the last thing I have. Nothing. She blinks.
Nothing?
Nope. Let's keep the blueprints, but don't let anyone know you have them.
It'll be our little secret.
Of course it'll be. But for now, don't try to recreate the core either. She pouts.
Aw, there goes your next birthday present.
I'm sure you can think of something perfectly reasonable, Valerie. She cracks a smile and I can't help but smile back. I'm sure you'll think... We fall silent. I'm sorry. I know it must be kind of a drag to be around right now.
A little bit.
I crack another smile. Gee, tell me how you really feel.
Hey, I'm just being honest. Honesty is the foundation of a relationship, after all.
Honestly? Honesty. What would have happened if Dad had been honest with me about the core? Would he still be here? Would I have forgiven him? Maybe he was right to keep this from me. Valerie snuggles into my chest.
Hey,
Hey,
he loved you, you know?
I don't answer.
I'm not going to pretend to know your father, but my guess is he had plenty of long nights debating the exact same thing you're wondering now. I don't know how many times I caught my mom seemingly staring at nothing while her coffee grew cold. Parents aren't perfect. They make mistakes too.
When you're young, parents seem to be all-knowing and very smart. But it's when you grow older that you realize that they're just people.
But that doesn't mean they don't care.
She pulls away and looks me in the eyes.
Obviously, you have a lot of questions and want more answers. And that's okay. But don't forget we can't change what's already happened. It sucks that somebody else made this huge decision for you about your core. But at least you get to decide what happens next.
She's right. There's no point in being angry or hurt. I can't change what Dad did. I don't want to remember him as someone I'm unsure about. I want to remember him as a father who worked long days and even longer weeks yet still managed to make time for his kids. When did you become an expert on parents?
I'm an expert on many things. Especially when it involves making you feel better.
Are you sure I'm feeling better now? Her mischievous grin
Let's
returns.
check.
She throws her arms around my neck and kisses me. And then she smells... Listen to this. Oh my god, listen to this music. Another one of those soundtracks we haven't heard yet. That means something new is gonna happen. She throws her arms around my neck and kisses me. As she melts into me, we both fall back onto the bed, and I give into the warmth of the curves. Gently, she pulls away and smiles. I stare deeply into her blue eyes and feel calm like the salty spray of an ocean wash over me. Well, there you go. In this moment, I have clarity. It rinses away all my stress and fears. It's okay that I don't have all the answers now because I'm looking at my future. And it's beautiful. Is that... Wait, what? Holy shit, what? No. No! Is that it? Are you kidding me? You're gonna leave me on a cliffhanger like that? Oh! Well, holy shit, guys. Oh my god, I didn't expect it to happen. It just ended. What? The game just ended out of nowhere. There's so much more you can tell with this story. There's like, you could do a whole nother game off of this. I personally think that's bullshit. Alright? I'm not holding back. Fuck you. What the hell happened in the rest of Ace? What happened to Kairi? Where did Valerie and I go? Where's the rest of this investigation? Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Alright? Look at these pictures. Look at these artworks. These are nice, aren't they? Look at the credits. Alright. I guess this is the point where I tell you how I feel about the game. But you already know how I feel about the game because I've explained it through the entire episode, or the series. Wow. We finished the game. Holy shit. I don't know what to do with myself now. Alright, well, guys. That was Ace Academy. Holy shit. Alright. If I had to rate that game 1 out of 10, that was a pretty good game. I suggest, there's like, I took a specific route, alright? I suggest you guys playing this game. It's good. Because there's a whole different route that you can go on. There's like, I think there's 5 different routes you can take. And I took the Valerie route. So, if you want to play this game, go on Steam, download it. Spend a day or two or a weekend just playing the game. Thank you for playing Ace. We hope you enjoyed it. I did. We love to hear and incorporate player feedback into future projects. So please, feel free to let us know your thoughts and discuss boards on our Steam review. With that formality out of the way, whew, what a ride it's been. Oh my god, you have no idea. You should watch my fucking playthrough of this game. It's been... For original supporters, thank you so much for sticking with us. For new players, welcome to the Pixel Fade family. While the adventure of Ace stops here for now, Pixel Fade is always exploring new options. Please feel free to check out what we're up to at Pixel. This game deserves a sequel. The story is not over. You need to finish this game. That's what I'm saying. This is a good game. You need to finish it properly. Alright? And I think you guys will agree with me on that one. Like, it just ended abruptly. Okay. That's my rant. Play this game. It's good. I'm telling you, it's good. Alright, so. Like I said, we gotta find a new series to play. Options I'm throwing out there right now in my mindset: GTA 5, XCOM, which I think would actually be pretty entertaining. Another visual novel that I've been suggested to is Sunrider. but I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Another option is Prison Architect, but like I said, this would be okay. So leave a comment. Let me know what you want me to do next, because this is it. This is the end of Ace Academy. So I'll let it go by for a little bit of time. Let you guys give a chance to leave some comments, and so don't expect a video within the next week. That'll probably be me gearing up for the next series. So, Jesus, my first playthrough. Alright guys, this was Jake Wild's playthrough of Ace Academy. Till next time, peace.